Claire here. I hope you're well. Welcome to the Phoenix Rise podcast. If you're watching, if you're listening, welcome. And today we're going to be talking about meditation and how we can integrate that into our business strategy. So if you haven't listened to the podcast before, welcome. We discuss everything from business, spirituality, and mindset. This is where we integrate the 3D and the 5D. This is where we embrace our spirituality and our success. This is where we rise up and we embody our awakening and our ambition, because we don't have to have one or the other. This is where you get to have it all. This is where you get to shine your light brightly so that you can empower others to do the same. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, you are in the right place. Welcome. Okay, so let's talk about meditation and how we can actually incorporate that into our lives as entrepreneurs, as soulpreneurs, as business owners, as visionaries, whatever you identify as. Let's have a discussion around this, because I think meditation is one of those kind of buzzwords. You know, a lot of people know about meditation, but they don't really know what to do. You know, a lot of people think, okay, I just sit there and I'm meant to not think. That's impossible. How do I do that? I know that was definitely me. Have you ever thought that? I thought that for a long time. And I think we can also fall into that trap. Again, this was definitely me, where we're so busy that we kind of say, well, I haven't got time to meditate. You know, I'm too busy to sit there doing nothing. Like, I can't justify doing nothing. And that is part of your identity. And you think that because of who you are, who you believe that you are at the moment. You are identifying as someone that does not meditate. I definitely did that. So I completely get it. And I understand how that happens and how we fall into that, especially if you're anything like I was. I was super impatient, right? One of my taglines was, I was not born with patience. Like, I swear to God, it was something that I said on a daily basis. So what does that mean? It means I never have patience, because I'm constantly repeating to myself that I don't have patience. Therefore, how do I ever expect that I'm going to have patience, you know? But we don't learn this. We're not aware of how much impact the words that we use and the thoughts that we have actually have on our lives and on how we're showing up, the actions that we're taking, the beliefs that we have. All of that is intertwined. And who you identify as ultimately creates the reality that you have. Your personality creates your personal reality. So if you are identifying as someone that is impatient, this is going off of me, right? This is what I identified as, that is impatient, that is too busy, that is not good at sitting still and not doing anything, then you're never going to be able to do those things, because you've created that identity for yourself. And it's only when we begin to do the mindset work and we begin to peel back the layers, right? Layer after layer of who we believe that we are. Where do these beliefs come from? How do we change them to be something else? That's when we can start to change our identity. We can start to change our thoughts, our actions, our habits, and create a new identity, create a new personality, create a new paradigm, create a new reality, because that's ultimately what we all want. That's why we're in business, right? Because we want a life that is different to what we have now. That's why we become entrepreneurs, because we want a life of freedom. We want a life of fulfillment. We want a life on our terms, not to be trapped in like this invisible cage that we don't even realize that we're trapped in. We need to smash out of that and remove the cage, you know, break the glass ceilings, break the chains that we're feeling constrained by, and throw out the rule book and write our own rules as to who we want to be moving forwards, because that's how we manifest. That's how we create a new life for ourselves. That's how we step into the person that we want to become, by becoming something else so that it can come to us. So on that front, let's dive into the M word, right? Meditation. And I love this topic because I was a meditation hater for so long. I did not get the hype. It was one of the things, like I said, that I convinced myself I didn't need to do. It wasn't for me. It wasn't going to help me. I didn't have time for it, blah, 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 blah. All just identity thoughts that we're programming in ourselves. Okay, that's just programming in our subconscious mind that is telling us not to do something different. And that's a different conversation. But let's talk about meditation, because I thought when I first started my spiritual kind of awakening and integrating the 3D and the 5D worlds, right, trying to figure out how to navigate both of these worlds. You know, how do I be a successful entrepreneur? How do I still achieve all of my big dreams and my big goals and my big aspirations, whilst I now also want to be spiritual, whilst I want to, you know, be more in touch with my higher self? I want to manifest. I want to get in alignment with what I feel I'm here to do. I want to make a bigger impact in the world. You know, I want to do something that is going to change the world, you know, and it's having those thoughts as to how you integrate the two. And for a long time, meditation was something that I talked myself out of, because I thought that it was sitting, doing nothing, telling yourself not to think, which for someone like me, well, for any human, you know, that's impossible. You can't not think. That's like telling, what is it? It's like telling a dog not to ever bark. You know, it's something that our body does. It's like telling your heart not to beat, telling your body not to breathe. You just can't. You just physically can't. It's not wired like that. And that's not what meditation is. What meditation actually is it is about becoming aware. It's awareness of the thoughts that we're having and controlling them to go to where we want them to go to. So we can use meditation as a massive kind of secret weapon in our business strategies as soulpreneurs, right? As visionaries who are integrating both worlds, the spiritual and the successful, the ambition and the awakening. We're integrating both worlds. And meditation is a massive, like, trump card. It's something that can really help us in business once you allow yourself to do it. And if you are like me and you tell yourself you haven't got time for it, that's because you haven't done it properly. Because meditation, when done right, creates more time, because it creates more clarity, it creates more awareness, it creates a sharper mind, it creates more focus. It removes brain fog. It's like putting a laser beam on, so you know, bam, 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 what you're doing for the day. It's an enhancer to your day, to your strategy, to your life as an entrepreneur. It's not something that takes away time. It's like saying, you know, I can't afford to employ someone. Well, you say that because you've never employed someone. You know, when you employ someone, it's to create more time for you, not to hinder you. It's to help. So it's just reframing that perception around what it's actually going to do for you. And let's actually talk about the kind of the nuts and bolts of meditation. So when we meditate properly, what we're actually doing is changing our brain waves. Okay, so we are changing our brain waves from beta, which is our conscious mind. So that's what we run on, you know, most of the time that we're kind of walking around, we're doing our stuff. We're just autopilot, we're in beta. Okay, so what we want to do, or the aim of meditation, is to change those brain waves. And that's what happens when we slow down, when we allow ourselves to focus on our breath, to stop the kind of hamster wheel in our brains and to take over the driver's seat of our mind. So like I'm doing this podcast and I've got I can see my brain, like can feel my brain go, you know, say that, say that, say that, say that. And what we do in meditation is we step into that and we say, okay, I'm taking control now. Now you're going to listen to me. Now we're going to focus on this. Now we're going to focus on this. You're taking the reins. You're taking over the driver's seat. You are taking back control. And when we move into that alpha brainwave, so we slow down and we move into the alpha, and that is like opening the door to the subconscious mind. Alpha is where we open the door and we're like, hi. And why that is so important is because our subconscious mind runs 95% of our lives. Okay, 95% of our lives is our subconscious mind. And the amount of people that don't realize this and they focus on strategy and what they're doing in their business and all of the 5% that is run by the conscious beta brainwaves. And it's like, no, in order to achieve something different, we have to focus on the 95% of the show, which is the subconscious mind. So to access that, it's like being a computer hacker, right? You have to go into the program and you can't do that from the control pad. You have to go into the back end system. I have no idea about computer programming. I'm making up metaphors here that hopefully make sense. Like they're just downloading to me. So we have to go into the computer system. We have to go into the back end of it, right? And we do that through the alpha brainwave. And we enter alpha when we slow down, when we focus on our breath, when we're not thinking about doing the dishes, we're not thinking about picking up the kids from school, we're not thinking about what we need to do for our next client, we're not thinking about our next marketing strategy. We're stopping all of that and we're deciding where we put our focus. And to start the process, we do it on our breath because that's how we enter the alpha. And then when you can master that and you can do that, and you can master it and you've got it and you're like, yes, okay, I can do this. I know how to do this now without my mind, you know, being like the jumping monkey. I can take control of my mind and my thoughts. And when you master that and you can go into theta, which is like, you know, that point where you kind of feel like you're drifting off to sleep, but you're not asleep. It's that drifting feeling, that drifting phase, that is theta. And that is, you're in there, you are in the system. And that is where you can make massive changes that are going to help you in your business. Because remember that this is the subconscious mind in theta. And this is running 95% of your show. Okay. So if you are now in that 95% and you can be aware of it, because if you're in bed and you're just going to sleep, you're not, you know, you're not thinking about what you're doing. You're just drifting off to sleep, right? But when you meditate, you're staying aware, you're staying alert. You're not letting yourself fall asleep. You're staying in that level of awareness. So when you get to theta in a meditation, you have got control. You can rewrite the programming. You can disrupt the programming. You can say, okay, actually, this is not how we do things now. You can rewrite your limiting beliefs. And the best thing is this is where you can be in alignment with higher consciousness, with the universe, with the quantum field, with whatever you call your higher power. When you're in theta and alpha, you can communicate the timelines, the veils, you know, the fields, whatever your language is around that. They can merge, they can intertwine, they can integrate, and they can sync. And this is where you can receive some of the best inspiration. You can receive like that download that will change how you show up today. You can receive that download that will when you get it, you'll be like, oh my God, how did I never see that before? You're suddenly seeing things from that different lens. You're suddenly having that different perception. You're suddenly becoming aware of what was not in your vision line before. You're seeing the wood through the trees. You're being shown from a different angle, a different lens. And you can get some of the best nuggets for your business during meditation. And you can do meditations like based on certain outcomes, right? One of my favorite ones is the quantum meditation, which I have a whole podcast episode on where I guide you through it. So you can follow along to that to really learn how to do it step by step and have me guide you along to it. But meditation is so powerful because you can change the rules, you can change the programming, you can change your future. Like you can change the path of your future, you can change the outcome, change your future past, right? Change who you are through meditation, through disrupting the programming. But it's only in the alpha and the theta brainwaves that you can do that. Because that is where the 95% of your life is run from. If you're trying to do it consciously, you're only ever going to scratch the surface. It's like putting a plaster on a broken bone, right? It's never going to heal. It's never going to fix it. It's never going to give you the outcome that you want to have. You have to unlock the door and you have to step inside to the programming and rewrite the code. And that is what meditation helps you to do. So not only can you rewrite your coding, can you disrupt your programming? Can you access what your limiting beliefs are and rewrite them for new beliefs that are actually going to be helpful to you, not hinder you? You can also access the quantum field. You can also access communication with your higher power, with your higher self, with your intuition. The options are limitless. And they can all help you in your business. They can all help you in your business. You just have to master how to take control of that driver's seat, how to step into that driver's seat. Kick out the driver at the moment, the subconscious mind, sit in the seat, get your hands on the wheel and start going where you want to go, not where the other driver was taking you without you even realizing, right? This is all about taking control of your destiny, taking control of your future, taking control of who you want to be, of what you want to achieve, of what impact you want to create in the world. And the best step to help you do that is through meditation. And that is why I'm so passionate about visionary entrepreneurs embracing their spirituality, right? Embracing their spirituality with their success, their 3D and their 5D, their ambition and their awakening. Because when we work with them both together, magic happens. Manifestations materialize. Dreams become destiny. Passion becomes purpose. Everything flows. Everything fulfills your soul and your bank balance. It's all one and the same. You have to allow yourself to become that version of you that does meditate. Become that version of you that does listen to your intuition. Become that version of you that allows yourself to step out of who you used to be and to become someone else. Because you are made for amazing things. I love this quote from Albert Einstein. You've probably heard me say it before, but either you believe everything is a miracle or nothing is a miracle. I believe everything is a miracle. That means you are a miracle. That means you are capable of extraordinary. You are capable of extraordinary. You are no different to the people that you look up to. You are no different. The only difference is they have taken action. The only difference is they have found the secret sauce, right? They've integrated They've integrated their worlds. They know who they are. They know what they're here to do. And they know that in order to empower others and make an impact, they have to shine their lights unapologetically, unleash their inner power into the world unapologetically, right? And that's what I want you to do, starting with meditation. So I hope that that helps you kind of rewrite any thoughts that you had around what meditation is and what it means and how it can actually fit into your life as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a soulpreneur, right? So understand how it can work with you, how it can help you, how it can help you in your strategy into what you are doing in your business, how it can help you achieve those 6 figures, how it can help you attract those dream clients, how it can help you magnetize your tribe by stepping into those brainwaves. So your next step, your next action steps are, I have got a free 7-step blueprint for you to unleash your inner power, to become who you are meant to be, to start embodying that brightest, baddest, boldest, most badass version of yourself into the world without any apologies. Okay, so I'll put that in the show links below for you. I love to hear your feedback, how this impacted you. Let me know how your next meditation works, how it helps you in your business, how it helps you clear your mind, gain clarity, listen to your intuition, bring more time into your day because you now have focus, you now have clarity, you now have that download. You're not kind of thinking about being creative. You've had that creativity, you've had that inspiration, you've had that source connection. So I love to hear from you, your stories, how it helps you. Until next time, remember that you were born to shine. Stop dimming your light. You are born to shine. So shine brightly. Okay, much love until next time.